Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Here I am again with another solution paper for computer application. This time it is a solved question paper of a reputed CISCE school. Let's proceed. So section A consists of MCQs and subjective questions. As you can see, the first question from string, it gives give the output of the following string method success.index of s plus success.last index of s. The options given 0, 5, 6, -5. Let us see the answer is option B, 5. Now the method index of results in 0, that is the first index of s in the string success, and last index of s will result in 5 because we have success SUCE starting from index 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Thus 0 plus 5 equals to 5. Let's proceed to the next question. A single dimensional array contains n elements. What will be the last subscript? Is it n, n-1, n-2, n plus 1? The correct answer is B, n-1. As we all know, the array index starts from 0. Hence, the index ends at size -1. Next, give the output of the following code. String A equals to within double quotes 560, B within double quotes 94.0, it's 94.0. Double dot parse double A and double dot parse double B, which is stored in C and D, followed by system.println C plus D. The options are given as shown. Let's see the correct answer. Now, parse double do what? It converts the numeric part of the string to double data type. Thus, you are getting 560.0 plus 94.0, which is 654.0 or 654.0. Next question. What will be the output of the following code? System.out.println Lucknow.substring 0, 4. The options are Lucknow, Luckn, Luck and Luck in small letter. Now substring A, B extract characters from index 0 to B minus 1. Thus, the substring 0, 4 will extract the substrings from index 0 to index 3. Hence, the answer is option C. Next one, evaluate the following Java expression if x is 3, y is 5 and z at 10. Plus z plus y minus y plus z plus x plus plus. Now, if we evaluate, what we will find that the pre-increment operator first increment the value of z and then uses the value, whereas the post-increment operator uses the current value of x and then increment it. Thus, you get the expression at 11 plus 5 minus 5 plus 11 plus 3, which comes to 25. That is option D is the correct answer. Next one, what will be the output of the following code? It is int count equals to 1, while count less than equal to 15, system.out.println count mod 2 equal to 1, question mark, triple star, colon, 5 plus, followed by plus plus count. Now we can see here the while loop. In the while loop, what we are getting? The count value is incremented one after another. So, what will be the correct answer from the given options? Let us see. Here, you will get 8 odd numbers from 1 to 15 and 7 even numbers. Thus, plus 3 stars will be printed 8 times for count at odd, and 5 plus will be printed 7 times for count at even. So the correct option here is number C, that is 8 times star and 7 times plus. Next question. Automatic type conversion is not possible in which of the following cases? It's byte to int to long, long to int, and short to int. Now we all know automatic conversion or implicit conversion takes place when lower data type is converted to a higher data type only. Now here in all the options, except option C, all are converting lower data type to higher order data type. Thus, the correct answer in this case is option C, long to int, because long is a higher data type, which is to be converted to int, a shorter data type. This is not possible in automatic type conversion. Next question. If integer requires 4 byte space, then what will be the size of the array int ARR 3 cross 4? Whether it is 24 bytes or 12 bytes or 48 bytes or 11 bytes. Now 4 bytes for each element and having 3 cross 4 elements, that makes 4 into 3 into 4 equals to 48 bytes. So the correct answer is option C. Next question. What is the return type of replace? Is it int, boolean, char, or string? As we all know, replace function replace the character or string in a given string and return the new string. So the correct answer is its return type as string. Next one. Which among the following is not true for keyword this? Only pertaining to a class method, is an implicit argument to this instance of the class, is accessible inside of any instance method, solves the ambiguity of similar variable name. So the correct answer is only pertaining to a class method, because rest all are correct with the keyword this. Next question, pick the odd one out. Protected, friendly, public, private. As we all know, private, protected, public are the access specifiers that we can provide within a class. Whereas if no access specifier is declared, it is the friendly or default access specifier get associated with a class member. So thus, friendly is the odd one out. Next one, identify the illegal identifier from the given options given below. The correct answer is option C, because it contains a space in between, whereas rest all are valid identifier. Next one, if m, n, p are 3 integers, then which of the following holds true? If m equal to n and n not equal to p, is it m and n are equal, n and p are equal, m and p are equal, p and n are equal? Here the correct answer is m and n are equal, because from all the given options, the more likely option seems to be option A, which is m and n are equal, whereas n and p, they are here given as not equal. So rest all is not going with the statement, with the conditional statement. Next one. Assertion, a class is known as object factory. Reason, objects are created from class which contains common attribute and behavior. Both assertion and reason are true. Reason is correct explanation for the assertion. Both assertion and reason are true. Reason is not a correct explanation for assertion. Assertion is true and reason is false. Assertion is false and reason is true. Here both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. Next one. The parameter that appear in the method call are called dash parameter. So the correct answer here is formal parameter. Here predict the output. It is double A data having some value 444.342. Then int value equals to data system.println int data. Excuse me. Here the correct answer for this statement will be compilation error, because a double data type cannot be converted to int automatically. If the statement was int value equals to within bracket int data, then the answer would be 444, because that makes implicit forceful conversion. Forceful conversion. The 444.342 double data will forcefully convert it to int, result in 444, which is then printed. Next one, which one of the following is unary operator? It is plus plus or the increment operator. Rest all are binary operator. Next, in Java, more than one method can be created with the same name. Reason, Java implements encapsulation that allows method to be overloaded. Here the correct answer is the assertion is true, but the reason is false, because in Java we can have one method, more than one method with same name, and that we call as function or method overloading. But method overloading is the feature that is coming from the polymorphism property of object-oriented programming and not encapsulation. Next, what is the length of an array when its index is denoted, first index is denoted by I and the last index by j? The correct option is j minus I plus 1. That is option C. Here it's misprinted. It is option C, j minus I plus 1. Next question. Which one of the following for loop declaration is not valid? So the correct answer here is option A, because you can see I by 9 is an arithmetic statement and not a decremental statement. Whereas in rest all other three options, initialization, condition and reinitialization are valid. Only in the first option, initialization and condition is valid. Reinitialization statement is invalid. Let's move on to question 2. Write the Java expression for the following. Then define abstraction and encapsulation, differentiate between compare to equals, differentiate between linear and binary search. We'll go all together, the answers. So you can see over here, whenever an expression being asked, it is always taken into consideration. The entire statement should be written in one statement or one line and not broken into pieces. So the first one, it can be z equals to a into math.pow x comma 5 plus b, and whole within the bracket you can see over there, slash again within bracket c into x plus math.pow d comma 4. Now here the data type is not important. You may give the double z, the data type of double z as double, you may not give, but semicolon is important. The next one, pi r square, it should be any variable ar equals to math.pi into r, or you can give 22.0 slash 7.0 into math.pow r comma 2, anyone. Encapsulation and abstraction definition you all know very well, I hope. Abstraction, the process in which essential elements are provided and non-essential elements are kept hidden from the user. And encapsulation is the process in which data members and methods are bound together into one single unit. Differentiate between compare to and equals. As you all know, compare to returns int data type, and whereas equals returns Boolean data type. Another difference you can say, compare to compares two strings lexicographically, and return the ASCII difference between the two dissimilar characters. Whereas equals check both the string for equality in all respect and return true or false accordingly. Linear and binary search, the differentiates. Linear search work on both sorted as well as unsorted array, whereas binary search works only on sorted array. Another difference, linear search is time consuming for a larger size of array, whereas binary search takes less time under the same condition. Proceeding further, write the code snippet to print 20 terms of the series 3n plus 2, but stop as soon as multiple of 4 is encountered. What will be the output of the following code? Int m equal to 2, int n equal to 15, for loop for I equals to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus, semicolon. Then m plus plus semicolon, n minus minus n semicolon, system.println the value of m, system.println the value of n. And the next one is state true or false. Class forms the basic of all computation in Java. Support your answer with a reason. First one, that is option question number 5. Here it is the for loop for I int I equals to 1, I less than equals 20, I plus plus, as it said, for 20 terms. But there a condition, if we reach multiple of 4, it should stop. So if I mod 4 equals to 0, break. So this if condition should come first, then the print statement, whereas the print statement is 3 into I plus 2. For the sixth one, question number 6, m will be 3 and n will be 14. You can see here in the for loop, there is a semicolon. Thus, it makes the for loop as an empty loop. Hence, that does not affect on plus plus m and minus minus m. They will be executed only one time. So m increment to 3 and n decrement to 14. Number 7, it is true. Class forms the basic of all computation. The reason is as follows. Java follows OOP strictly. We cannot have anything outside a class. So whatever you have to do in Java program, there should be the class at first. Next. Give the output. Math.floor minus 4.7, math.ceil 3.4 plus math.pow 2,3. Evaluate A equal to MB into 3 by 4 plus K by 7 plus 8 minus MB plus 18 by 8 and predict the output and state the reason for the answer. Let us see the answer. Number 8. The answer is first one, minus 5.0. Floor, make it round down, and ceil, make it round up. So it becomes 4.0 plus 8.0, resulting in 12.0. Number 9. Here, if we have multiple operators with same precedence, then the operator associativity rule takes in, which states that from left to right, whichever operator comes first will be evaluated first. So thus, MB into 3 will be evaluated first, then divide by 4. K by 7 will be evaluated first, and 18 by 8 will be evaluated first, rather than other operators. That results in 9 by 4 plus 4 by 7 plus 8 minus 3 plus 2. Now, as it is integer division, so 9 by 4 will give you the integer quotient. Similarly, 4 by 7 will do the same and 18 by 8 will do the same. So the answer is 2 plus 0 plus 8 minus 3 plus 2, which results in 9. And last one, The answer here will be 5. This is because dollar and underscore both are valid character for naming a identifier. So int underscore dollar underscore is a valid variable name which is then incremented. So thus you get the answer 5. Now we'll move on to section B, that is Java programming. First question, as we all know, it comes on constructor or object method concept. The question is given here. Design a class railway ticket with the following class description. Now in this type of questions, as I have told earlier and you all know, the class structure given, you have to follow it strictly. You cannot do anything additional or you cannot leave anything. Whatever is mentioned here, you have to do exactly the same. So the data members are given over here: string name, string coach, long, mob, no, int amount, int total AMT. The description of these variables are already mentioned. What to do? Then the methods: void accept, void update, and void display. Write a main method to create an object and call the methods accordingly. So let us see the answer. So we have the data class followed by the data member declared here. You can make it in separate lines. I make all similar type of variables in one line to make number of lines less. So string name, comma coach, long mob no, int empty, comma total amount. Accept function is taking the input. Here it was asked as per the type of code should be first AC oblique second AC, sorry, it's misprint. It's second AC oblique third AC oblique sleeper. Now it is one word, whereas name can be multiple words. So name is taken in next line, whereas coach is taken in next. Then enter the mobile number and basic amount. Again, you can divide it in two different statements and take the inputs. Then the update function, we have if else statement to calculate. Next, the display function. There's nothing mentioned particularly for the display. If it would been asked, then we have to follow that format. Then in the main method, we are creating the object of the class railway ticket and calling the functions one after another. And thus you are getting the output here. Next, move to the next question. Write a program to input a number, check and print whether it is a pronic number, duck number or not. Actually, here two things to be checked. One is a number to be pronic number or not. You have to check. Another one, the number is a duck number or not. You have to check. Now, this type of programs, you can directly do in the main method with both the checking, or you can divide it in functions or methods. You can have two different methods for two different checking. And in the main method, you can call them. I have used the second option because it seems more easier to work on. Let us see the solution. Excuse me. So here, class number program, I have made two static methods, both returning Boolean. Public static Boolean pronic check, which will check the integer a as a pronic number or not and return true or false. And another one is public static Boolean duck check, will check a as a duck number and return true or false. Now, why have we make these two functions static? Because in the main method, I can call these functions directly. If these two functions are non-static functions, you may declare that them non-static. Then in the main method, you have to create the object of the class and then you can call these functions. Whereas a static method can call a static methods directly without creating any object. Now, what is the logic I have used in the pronic check? Now, what is pronic number? Product of two consecutive number is the number itself. So, For a number A to be checked for pronic, I've started the loop from 1 to half of the number, because more than the half, if you multiply with the next number, you will never get the number A. So it's actually it should be less than. So 1 to less than equal to A by 2. If I into I plus 1 is equals to the number A, immediately I'm doing return true. Now return is also a jump statement, as you all know. What it do? It ends the program there and return the control back. Excuse me. So if I and I plus 1, that is two consecutive numbers product, comes to A, immediately the number is to be a pronic number. So it is returning true and the function ends there. Otherwise, if the entire loop is running till A by 2, that means we are not getting any product which is equal to A. Thus, it returns false. Same with the duck check. In the duck number, if any digit extracted is 0, immediately it is returning true. Otherwise, it is proceeding to the next number extraction, and at the end, it's returning false. Now, you will see here, I've used while A greater than 0. That means if anybody put 0 in the beginning of the number, that is at the front, then it will not accept that value. Or else it can be asked with a string conversion. You can convert the number to a string and check the char 0, first position char 0 as 0. Then it will be, accordingly, it will be asked, it will be displayed the message of not a duck number, and then work on the rest of the number with a numeric form. And in the main method, we have taken a positive number. Now, if it's asked to enter a positive number, there's two options. Either you can take the number and check it is positive or not. If positive, then proceed further. Otherwise, you can directly pass this number to math.abs. Means even any negative number being entered, it will be automatically convert to a positive number. Now, what I have used, if pronic check number n, it is pronic. Else if it is duck number, it's duck number. Else none of them. Now the program I have run 3 times with 3 different inputs, and you can see the output given there. Let's move to the next question. Design a class to overload a function named volume. Volume with the function prototype as given here. Double volume, double R, double volume, double H comma double R, and double volume, double L comma double B comma double H. Now all these functions have a return type double. That means these functions will not print with any value within the function. Otherwise, it will return to the caller function. Now you have to keep that in mind. If a function has a void, how to take care, and if a function has a double, any return type, how to take care. Though return type does not play any role in function overloading. It is only the parameters of the functions that plays roles in the function overloading or polymorphism. Let's see the solution of this program. So here it is. I've done it in one single line. You can break it in 2 lines, taking the compute the value formula in, store it in a variable and then return, or I can do it directly as I have shown here. And then in the main method, create an object. Now keep in mind, if it is function overloading, don't declare the methods with static. Make it non-static, and in the main you will create an object and call the methods. So the answer is given here. Next question. Write a program in Java to input 4x4 array and find maximum elements from the left diagonal and minimum element from the right diagonal. Display the 2D array along with the elements. Let us see the solution. So 2D array, we have 2 dimensions. Here both asked for 4 cross 4, that means 16 elements to be entered. So enter 16 elements, 4 cross 4 elements. We need a nested loop. Outer loop represents row and inner loop represent columns. Now when we have to get the maximum in the left diagonal and minimum in the right diagonal, what I have done, taken the first element of the left diagonal as max and the first element of the right diagonal as min. And then we check in the loop, if it is a left diagonal element and the element is greater than max, then max will update with new value. And if it is right diagonal element and the element is smaller than min, min will update its element. After that, it is displaying the elements of the matrix and printing the maximum and minimum. Thus, here you can see the output. We have taken the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7, 6. Thus, the left diagonal elements are 1, 5, 8, 6, out of which the maximum element is 8, and the right diagonal is 4, 6, 7, 9, and the smallest element is 4. So thus you get the answer. You can see the next program, a program to enter a sentence and display the words which are only palindrome. So here it is asking for a sentence having multiple words, and out of that you have to print those which are palindrome. So here word extraction logic is required. Now there are several ways of extracting words. You can use substring. I've used a different method of having space. Until we encounter a space, we are concatenating each word. And when one word is formed, we will work with that word. For that, what we have to do, after we taken the string, enter a string, taken it. Here I'm converting it to uppercase, then doing trim. That is, at the beginning or at the end, all the spaces get removed. And then I'm adding one additional space at the end. Now this space added at the end makes each word of the string ending with exactly one space. Now I've taken a empty string WRD, which will hold each word extracted from the string. We run a loop, extracted each character. If it is not a space, concatenating in WRD. If we get a space, that means my one word extraction complete. With that word, I'm doing reverse of the word, storing it in res and checking. If the res is equals to word, that means it is a palindrome. I'm printing the palindrome word and then making the word empty. This is very important. In the else at the end, word need to be emptied. So you can see here the output. Next question. Write a program to input an array from users of size n and search for an element in the array using binary search. Note, the user might not enter the array element in sorted order. Now here the question is asked accordingly, but generally in council's question paper, you will ask when it is a binary search, the element will be taken in sorted order. It will be assumed the elements are sorted order, or a fixed set of values or elements will be provided in the question that you have to take. It is very rare that two operations will be asked in one program, that is sorting as well as searching. It generally doesn't come in board's paper. But as here it is asked, we'll do both. So in my solution, what I have done, I've used bubble sort technique, the easiest sorting logic. After I take the element from the user, first I've taken the size of the array, declared the array here, int arr equal to new int n, taken the element, then the for loop, the nested for loop is doing what? It's performing the bubble sort, followed by the binary search. You all are aware of the bubble sort logic and the binary search logic. So I hope we don't need to discuss this in detail. It's only while lower bound is greater than equal to upper bound, you have to find the mid position, and if the elements are found at mid, we'll use break statement. Otherwise, we'll proceed in the one half of the array, and then we get this solution. That's all from my end. Thank you for patient watching and all the best for your exam. Today there's a lot of disturbance. For that, I'm extremely sorry. I hope this solution and previous solutions will help you and guide you in better preparation. Thank you all.